We're James and Alex. We travel full-time, ticking off places around the world. Last year, we were road tripping around Italy, a country we fall in love with more and more every time we visit. In this video, we will be sharing with you our top 6 destinations to visit in the Dolomites. The Dolomites is insane. We cannot put into words how crazy this place is. It's seriously one of the most magical terrains that exist in the world. If you want detailed vlogs of our time here, we'll link in the corner now. Okay, so what you've all been waiting for. Now, in no particular order, number 6, Cecida. To get to the top, you can either walk up, which will take you about 3.5 hours, or do what we did and take the gondola up for 34 euros each return ticket. Trust us, it's worth paying the money. After about 15 minutes and some amazing views along the way, you are met by the magnificent Cecida. Sitting at 2,500 meters above sea level, these mountains are crazy. If you're lucky, you'll have a mix of cloud on one side and it will literally look like the mountain is breathing. There are so many different trails to take. Some will even take you along the edge, which is pretty trippy. Honestly, the views here are insane and you just have to add it to your list when in the Dolomites. Number 5 on the list, Santa Magdalena. A beautiful village nestled in the mountains. With it being only 45 minutes from Ortisei, it's definitely worth visiting straight after Cecida. The journey there is so beautiful. Every single house is breathtaking. One of the most popular things to see in this area is the famous Church of St. John, or San Giovanni in Renui. When you arrive, there is a viewing platform which is the best viewpoint to grab some shots, especially with the beautiful mountains acting as a backdrop behind. It really is just as beautiful as you expect it to be, and if you're lucky, you'll be the only ones there just like us. One thing to remember for all of you drone enthusiasts is no drones are allowed, which is a bit of a bummer. But if you pay 4 euros, you can get a closer look up to the church. Unfortunately, you can't go inside, but seeing the detail up close is worth the 4 euros and hardly anyone knows about it. Next on the list, Lago de Brace. Before coming to the Dolomites, this was high on our list. Whilst we are glad we visited, it definitely turned out to be the busiest of all the places we went to in the Dolomites. Why? 2 reasons. It's probably the most iconic because of all those Instagrammable shots on the boardwalk, which, by the way, can now charge up to 150 euros for a private shoot. What the And 2, it's so easily accessible from the car park, only a 5-minute walk. Our recommendation, turn up the night before because most people visit in the morning. It ended up being super quiet. Otherwise, if you wanted to visit at sunrise like we did, it's also less busy and you'll catch the beautiful sun lighting up the Emerald Lake. Again, the surrounding mountains make a spectacular backdrop that will leave you jaw-dropped. If you want, you can rent a boat for 20 euros for an hour, which we thought was quite reasonably priced. In at number 3, Cortina dAmpezzo. Probably the beating heart of all of the Dolomites. Whilst it hasn't got any popular hikes, it does have a beautiful town, littered with modern Gothic-style buildings everywhere you look. If you're a keen skier, then apparently it is one of the best places to ski and snowboard in all of Italy. It even held the Winter Olympics here back in 1956. We came here and spent the afternoon walking the beautiful streets and having a few cheeky drinks. It's also a great place to stay overnight before tackling number 2 on our list, Cima di Lavaredo. This is one of the most iconic places to visit in all of the Dolomites. It's easy to reach by car and the entry fee into the national park is 30 euros, which covers a full 24 hours. You can park up just by the refuge hut and start your hike from here. The views on the walk here just get better and better. If you decide to do the entire loop, it's 6 miles long but pretty flat and walks the entire way around the famous 3 pinnacles, which by the way are absolutely breathtaking. Other than one other family, we were the only 2 people that decided to do the entire circuit. Are we a little bit crazy maybe? Most people take the short walk to here, Refugio Lavaredo, and back again. It took us around about 4.5 hours to tackle the hike, and when we got back, we were absolutely knackered, but couldn't stop smiling. This brings us to number 1 on our list on the Dolomites, the hidden gem, which is Kini Dimiserino. Now this hike is definitely not as well known as its neighbour, however, it is no less beautiful. In fact, the views are possibly even more stunning. The hike starts at the same refuge hut. Unfortunately, there's not much information on how to reach this spot, so if you want details on how to reach here, you can watch our other vlog, which we will link for you now.
Smells of cow poo.
The hike starts off pretty flat and you pass some lovely friendly cows along the way. It does get a little bit sketchy in some parts, but nothing you can't handle. After only about 45 minutes of walking, you are met with such insane backdrops. With 360-degree views all around you, the walk being fairly moderate and the quietest of all the hikes that we did, we'd be lying if we said this wasn't our favourite hike in the whole of the Dolomites. The jagged landscape here is mind-blowing and definitely worth walking up the very narrow path to get as close as possible to the action. So that rounds up our top 6 places to visit in the Dolomites. We really hope you enjoyed this summary. Whilst there are only 6 places we've shown here, there are so many others that we didn't get the opportunity to see. But of course, we'd love to go back and visit again. If you enjoyed this video, we would love it if you could hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And of course, let us know in the comments if you want to see more of this kind of summary. See you in the next video.